Wish I could feel what I can't see. Float like a butterfly, scream like a banshee. Something's hiding in the pantry.
Alright, here we are, ready for another makeup and mayhem. I have a couple of things I want to talk about. And I do want to try out some new makeup. The new stuff that I actually have this I Love Revolution Chocolate Elixir Glow that I want to check out. Looks crazy. I want to do a very easy glowy look today. I have this She Glam, which reminds me of a palette from Hourglass, but look how gorgeous that is. I cannot. I have a MAC influencer sent me over the MAC Magic Extensions, so I've been trying this out. And then Makeup Forever from influencers sent me over their new Aqua Brow Resist Brow Fixer that I've been trying out and I wanted to use on camera with you guys. So let's just go ahead and get into this damn thing. Let's do it. I'm trying to film early. It's like 9 in the morning. I'm trying to film as early as possible because it's supposed to be like 90 here this weekend, and I have to turn off every fan, every AC, everything in order to film, and then all the lights cook me. So I figured, why not do this before I melt? So I'm going to go in with the AOA. This is their Aqua Primer. It's a hydrating face primer. I have been using so much hydrating products lately and it is working. I'm even using snail mucin, and I know it's gross. Just the sound of it is gross, but it will give you the most natural glow to your skin. It's amazing. But I love all of the AOA primers. I use the Aqua one the least because I am oily, but I'm really going for like a fresh glowy look today. So I'm putting on everything that is hydrating. Everything. Let's just hope it stays on and it doesn't melt off today. It smells so good. So clean. And it is hydrating. Oh my goodness. If you have super dry skin, you should try this Aqua Primer because holy cow. Good. Gotta get my handy dandy fan out. This is like my best friend now. I'm not even kidding. Just helps. Helps so much. Helps a big girl so much. For foundation, I'm going to go in with the She Glam Complexion Pro. Oh, this is what kind of day it's going to be. This might be a little bit dark on me because my self-tanner is going bye-bye. I need to redo it. But I'm a little confused when it comes to self-tanners. Like, how exactly do you know when it's ready to be taken off? And do you have to take it off all the way? If there's no blotchy spots, can you just redo it? Like, exfoliate and re-tan? Like, I'm not the best. Like, I'm a beginner when it comes to self-tanner. I've tried it. I've used it quite a bit, but not consistently. And I really would like to this year just because I don't go in the sun long enough to tan. And you know, a family member just died of melanoma not that long ago, so it's kind of a huge reminder. And so self-tanner is where it's at, and that's where I'd like to keep it. But I just don't want to look like an Oompa Loompa, and I don't like the whole process of like screwing it up, finding a bad one, having it wear off, and like knowing what to do about it. It's a whole to do. Well, I guess it's not a horrible match. It seems to work out great. You can still see the glow from my skincare in that primer underneath of it too. This has a really nice kind of like satin natural coverage look to the foundation. You can still see things underneath it, but honestly, that's really how I like my foundations to be. If I'm doing full coverage, it's really only if I'm filming, because full coverage doesn't always look the best up close, like in person. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay. This is their all-nighter concealer. I don't need much of this bad boy because it is super, super full coverage. But I do have some dark spots here that I just need some serious help with today. I love this concealer. It's just the only thing about it is it can be hard to blend out if you let it dry down a little bit on the skin. You really got to get in there as quick as possible to blend it out. Otherwise, it kind of, the pigment sticks. So it's a high-powered concealer. They weren't messing around. I'm going to go in with the AOA Perfect, and this is the Soft Light Loose Setting Powder. And I'm just going to quickly set my under eyes with the same sponge. Just dip it in there. Just to make sure that this area doesn't crease too much on me. I mean, natural creases, guys. It doesn't matter what you use. Unless you get some kind of surgery or something. Under eye creases are going to happen. If you smile, if you get pissed, if you're older, any reason, they're just going to do what they want to do. And I sweep it away pretty quickly because I don't want to bake per se. I'm too old for that and don't need it, but I just love the soft light that it gives. I mean, I really like the brightening, but sometimes it can be a little too brightening. So this is just perfection. For the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Bare Minerals Bare Skin. This is my jam. This is my love. I just hit pan on this. We talked about this earlier last week. I love it. And it's like one of the only products that I actually use the sponge that it came with, because it's just perfect. Just to press it into the skin. So I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about this pandemic and its progression and how life is going now. And I was going to talk about it on Instagram, and I'm like, you know what, screw it. I want to talk about it on YouTube so I can get more opinions, because I don't think a lot of people follow my Instagram too much. So I wanted to talk about it with you guys, about how vaccines and the vaccines that are out that people are taking are for what, 1 strain, 2 strains, a couple strains, just like any normal. I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay powder brush now to like kind of go down my neck. But, you know, they don't cover every strain of COVID that's out there. Not everybody's getting the vaccines. Some are choosing not to. Some don't have, you know, it's not available to them yet. But since the moment that people started showing that they got the vaccine, people are just like back to living life. Everything's opening up again. The mask rules are being dropped. People are going on vacations. I'm a little confused because I feel like that shouldn't be happening. Is anybody else in that situation? And then, like, if it is happening, if you are going to like go on vacation or inch back into like that, like inch back into that. Wear masks still, like use hand sanitizer, you know, be safe. And I just see all these influencers who are back on vacation and they're partying in nightclubs with no masks, and it's like, you know, you can still catch COVID, right? Even with the vaccine, you can still catch COVID. You can still spread it. Like, I don't understand that, and I don't get it, and I want your guys' opinions on what you think about it. I know that a lot of people are like, who cares? Just get it. It has a 99% approval rating. None of this should have ever happened to begin with. But then with children, that's a little bit different. So I have 3, so I get a little bit more worried. I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about my kids. And I don't know. I feel like it's a little too early. What do you guys think? I'm going to go in with the AOA Slim Brow, as always, for my eyebrows. I love this. This is one of my repurchased items from Shop Miss A that I showed you guys. Honestly, I love any kind of skinny brow. They all work the same for me. Some are more creamy, some are less creamy. You know, it's just, they're all the same size, kind of like small micro brow. It's just very precise. If you have wonky brows and you need to be very precise, you're going to need a slim brow in your life. And I mean, I'm like, I took my kids to the playground for the first time in a year the other day. We made sure that there was no one else on the playground. It was like that situation. And hand sanitizer and all of that, but no mask. And I mean, so we're doing stuff like that, but that's like inching, you know, inching. If there was people on that playground, we wouldn't have gone. But I just want to know if people think that, you know, it's about time, just let it all happen the way it's supposed to, whatever, you know, because I understand, like, the economy is going down because of this. But does the economy matter if everybody's dead? What do you think? I am being very dramatic today. I know. Now I kind of did my brows a little undone because I want to try out more so. I've been using this right along, but this is the makeup. This is new from them, I guess. The Aqua Resist Brow Fixer. We could have gotten like 4 different products. I got the brow setter, you know, but it gives you pigment. And so I want to be very careful with it because it is quite pigmented. But I want to see, oh my gosh. It gives a lot of pigment. I've used this when I don't do my makeup, and it's almost too much. But I love it. I think it's fantastic. But it's chunky. Like, it has these balls of things that come off and you can see them. And that's a little sucky because if it wasn't doing that, I'd have the perfect brow. This really does work fantastic for filling everything in, making it all like one color. Any sparse areas, like it freaking has it. But then there's also these like little chunks of whatever's in here on my eyebrow, and I don't like that at all. Like up close, it looks like there's little tiny rocks in my eyebrows, and I can't get them out once they're in there. Like once they're in there, they're in there. Oh! It's like a love-hate, because this is so good, but I don't like the product. I think I'm going to have to like wipe it off, or I don't know, something. Okay, so I told you guys that I have this She Glam palette. I also brought in the Maybelline's Nudes of New York. This is one of my favorite drugstore palettes, but I brought this in just to mesh, you know, to mesh together, because I really don't think that this like 5 color shimmery shadow thing is going to be all that I need. So I do need to set down my lid. So I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Nudes of New York because they have a very plain shade to do that. I love that palette. That palette is probably, so far from what I've used, the best palette Maybelline's ever made. I'm going to go in with, I think, Creator, which is right here. If you can see it. I'm going to go in with this right here. And just put that in my crease because I'm sorry about the noises that happen throughout this. My laptop is like completely broken, so I have to use my Mac as a monitor. And my Mac makes all these noises, and maybe I can figure out how to mute it. Give me a second. Hopefully that'll work. Alright, back into the crease with Creator from the Maybelline palette. Because there are no mattes in that She Glam palette. And I don't want to do too many mattes because I want to go glowy, crazy glowy. I'm about to go take pictures for Instagram, so I really don't care how crazy my makeup is. So, and I got a comment that I only do cut creases, which is true because I have hooded eyes. So that's basically the only look I can do, especially on camera, that looks good on my eyes because of my hooded eyes. But I'm going to try for something different because, you know, I'll try anything. I'm up to trying anything once. It's got me in trouble throughout life, but hey, it's also gotten me through a lot of fun. This palette is just so good. Now I want to go into Explorer right here because this has more of a reddish kind of tone, like the tones that are in that She Glam. So I just want to put a tad bit of this into the crease as well. I think I'm going to take a medium shader brush. It's kind of more of a flat styled brush, and I'm going to go in with this palette. I really don't know where I want to go first. I think I'm going to go over here first to the darker kind of reddish tones. Ooh, that is soft. I'm going to get myself in trouble here. Start at the end. Ooh, and that's not wet or anything. And I'm going to bring it up higher just so you can see it. Gotta love hooded eyes, right guys? If you have hooded eyes, you know the trouble, the struggle, the pain in the ass. That is hooded eyes. Now I'm going to go back in with a more pointed brush. This is actually a really old Carity Cosmetics brush I used to use for my inner corner highlight, but the tip is going to be perfect for what I need. I'm going to slide over from that. I'm sorry. I'm going to slide over from this dark more to the orangish color. And, ooh, that's really pigmented. And I'm just going to start blending kind of on top and up of what I just did. Just to kind of do some blending here. Oh, that is so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so like, you can't see it on camera. It almost looks matte, I think. But it is so shimmery and so pretty. I'm a little shocked that how good these shadows are from the She Glam palette, because when I swatched them, they were a little questionable, but that's why swatching doesn't always like help, because what? No, these are really, really good. I'm going to go back in with that brush I used, but I think I'm going to go more into the pink, into the white. Maybe the pink first. I'm going to go into the pink. They are very powdery, but they're also very pigmented. But I'm just going to go in the middle here a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a lighter sheen in the middle area of the lid. I'm going to go in with like a little tiny brush and that white, and I'm going to put that kind of on the inner corner of my eye and move it in a little bit as well. Ooh. That's got a nice glow to it. I'm going to take this AOA E130. I used it for a darker shade before, so I'm going to go into the darkest shade up here, and I'm just going to put it around the outside of the eye. Mostly just because I want to see how it works and performs. Of course, just as pretty, just as shimmery. Just as gorgeous. Wow. Wow. I just was not expecting this out of this palette. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting this kind of perfection. I'm just going to take my original blending brush and just kind of mush it all together. Make sure there's no harsh lines on the top. All that good jam. I like that. It's so glowy, and it changes as you move depending on what kind of light you're in. I'm happily impressed with that palette. I wonder if they have more shades. I forgot if they have more shades of these or not. If they do, I'm getting it. That's all I want is glow. That's what I want for my life today, is to glow to the gods. So that's what we're going to try to do. Now I actually have Hard Candy's Tiki. This is an old school product that was popular when I first started YouTube 6 or 7 years ago. This is a very old product, but it's basically brand new. They call this a bronzer. They're baked bronzer. They're So Baked Bronzer 129 Tiki. This is more of a finishing powder for me, especially in the summer. And I want to use it as such. So I'm going to go in with a Morphe E3. It's just a rounded brush. And I'm going to kind of like that. And then I'm going to go around my whole face, because this is going to give you like almost the hourglass ambient lighting effect. Just more. Like, this is gorgeous. Look at it. On my nose. Oh, it does it to your whole face. Look. Oh, the more you put on, the more glowy you become. Love this. Love this so much. Do they still have this on the market? I guess I'm going to find out trying to link it, but let me know. I think it's amazing. Now I have this brown Artista liquid liner from AOA, and I think what I'm going to do is just line the top waterline. No cat eye. I just want a little deeper of a definition right along my lash line. Ooh, I have an eyelash. Make a wish. Okay. Now I want to put these on. I have not tried these yet. These are in Barcelona. They look so pretty. These are the AOA Glam 3D lashes that they just came out with. Look at those. Don't they look so gorgeous? So I'm going to go ahead and pop these on and I shall return. I totally ended up getting glue in my eye so I can like barely see out of one eye. So we shall see if these lashes actually stay on. Not so sure about this one here. But let's go ahead and move on. I'm going to use a mix of these colors underneath of my eyes just to bring everything together. As always. I'm so not kidding. If you don't have this Nudes of New York palette from Maybelline, go get it. You will love it. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the MAC Magic Extension Mascara. I believe they sent this over an influencer because MAC came to Ulta, not because this is a new product. I'm not positive. However, I got really excited when I saw the wand on this because it is the same exact wand as my favorite Tarte Surfer Curl. So I tried this out and oh my goodness, you guys, this mascara is amazing. It's so black. My goodness, it is so black. It has amazing like volume, length. God, it's so good though. It's good if you just want to wear falsies because it's dark enough to mesh them, or if you want to wear them alone, you don't even need falsies. I don't even need them, and right now I'm kind of wishing I didn't because they're giving me so much grief. Alright, let's move on to bronzer. I'm going to be using the Maybelline. This is their City Bronzer. It's like the best bronzer. It looks green almost. That's weird, but it's the best bronzer I have found so far from the drugstore. If you guys have a better suggestion, let me know. I need to get back to the drugstore and actually start shopping drugstore again because I don't go in and get new drugstore items. So I need to try them out. I've been buying like affordable things from Shop Miss A and She Glam, but I haven't been to the drugstore, so that needs to happen. It's just that can in itself can be a lot of money. Like a lot, especially now these days. Drugstore is just so expensive. Now for blush, what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to go in with the Lumi Radiant Blush in Delicate Pink. This is basically the star of the show because this is where I'm going to get a ton of glow and just gorgeousness from. So I'm going to go in with this first. I love Shop Miss A's Lumi blushes. And there goes my neighbor thinking that they're going to mow, so I better hurry up. They give great color, but they also give the most glowy look to your face. And I love that. It's like a highlighter and a blush in one. But if you want to go farther, you can. And I'm going to actually bring this up more towards my eyeshadow and my temple. Because I'm going for a look here, you guys. I'm going for a freaking look. Not something that I would normally wear, but I am ready to glow to the gods. Shut up, man. I'm trying to talk about my blush and you're screwing things up with your stupid ass lawnmower. Now I want to go into the I Love Revolution chocolate elixir that I was talking about and go over top of it with this pink. It's a highlighter, but it's pink, so it's going on my face right now. Ooh. 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 Now I want to go in with the other side and highlight. This looks a little glittery to me, so I don't know about this. Oh. Hi. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you guys could just see how glowy I am, like truly how glowy I am, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm gonna put the 24/7 liner in Double Life in my waterline here on the bottom because I totally forgot once again. And then it is time to set this. So I'm gonna go in with the AOA setting spray. You guys already know. This is for sure a look, you guys. It is so glowy. My eyes are glowy. My face is glowy. Now what I want to do is finish up with a lip. So I have two lip liners here, one from KVD and one from Jordana. They are basically one and the same. They don't look the same because of the packaging, but swatched, they are basically one and the same. I'm going to go in with the KVD just because I like this quality of this a little bit better than I do the Jordana because it's really old. But I'm just letting you know, it is a dupe, and it's the Jordana Rock and Rose. That is the same dupe as the D minor of the KVD. Oh, that's a pretty color. I love this liner. And then I'm going to go in with MAC, and this is their Kind of Sexy. It's a very popular lipstick from MAC, and I found this at TjMaxx, actually. I believe it's a matte. Yes, it's a matte lipstick. And it is gorgeous. It's like this gorgeous nude orange with brown. Yes. But I'm going to go one step more, and I'm going to go in with the Stila Gloss in Kitten. We talked about how much I love the Kitten. And I'm going to go over top of this so I can have glowy lips too. Alright guys, so this is the look. It's just a glowy, once I go outside, man am I gonna sparkle kind of look. It actually doesn't take that long to do this. It's just quick and easy. Throw it all over your face, mix in the eyeshadows. I didn't do much blending at all with the eyeshadows. They kind of blended themselves out. The lashes gave me a little bit of trouble today, but that's my own doing because of allergies. This is actually really, really good, but I would only get it if you find it at TjMaxx, which is where I found it, so it's only a couple of bucks. I will leave everything that I used listed down below for you guys in the description box, as always. And if you ever have a look you guys want to see me try out or do, let me know in the comment section. Let's see, what else? There was something else I wanted to tell you. Oh yeah, and comment below on what you guys think about the pandemic and everybody just kind of opening back up and non-masking it and going for broke. Are we here for it? Are we not here for it? What do we think about this? I want your thoughts in the comments below. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and you want to see more. Subscribe if you haven't. And I, of course, will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.